Put me down, you big sea cow! Shut up! Hey everyone, hello. Another week has gone by. Okay. Wow, sun's bright. Man, it is hot as hell outside. It hit 101 degrees when I was in the car driving down the street. 101 my car said it was. Oh, hell with this. Haven't had no rain over a month. But we got the rainy season kicking in starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They say 70% thunderstorms. So we're going to be getting some flooding rains here. They're expecting almost a foot of rain in Tampa in the next 7 days starting on Tuesday. So I can imagine what that's going to be like. I don't know, that one black cat we had named Sideways, he's not been around in over a week. I think he's gone. I don't know what happened to him. He just stopped showing up when we came back from Georgia. We were only gone one night. His sister, Midnight, is right there at the bottom of the, well, you can't see her really. I don't want to pick the camera up. I'm having wire problems. But anyway, she's down there. And I don't know where he is. He's gone. Unless he found another home. I hope he didn't get hurt or die. Oh, well. And the kittens I took to the SPCA, so they're going to adopt them out, but I couldn't keep them all. All right. Where's Louie? Louie's at work. He's at Busch Gardens. A long week. Today he went in at 9. He won't get off till after 9. They're having fireworks there tonight, so he's there for about 12 hours. He'll work tomorrow and he'll work Monday, and he's off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which is good because they're probably not going to need him anyway because all that rain, no one's going to show up at the park. The rides ain't going to be running in downpours and lightning. I mean, we're really going to start getting into some tropical stuff, and it worries me because the hurricanes are going to be bad this year. They're expecting 25, so I'm kind of like, if anything happens to the home we live in because of a hurricane or a tropical system, me and Louie are going to move. We're not staying here in Florida anymore. We'll move up to, like I said, Folkestone or something. We'll get off the peninsula of Florida because I ain't going to deal. If I lose everything one time, it's not going to happen again. I will be out of Florida. I mean, I don't want to go back up north. I don't want to deal with all the snow and the cold weather. I mean, I'm from New Jersey, and I do miss New Jersey. I'm going up there. That's what I want to talk to you guys about. We're going to have a mini tour, a very, very small tour coming up in August, and I got the calendar here. It's cute cats. I don't know why that sun is bright out there. But anyway, I got the calendar, and I'm going to give you a briefing on when my small tour is going to be. The only reason it's going to be small is because Louie can only get off about a week, maybe 9 days tops, because he just started Busch Gardens a couple months ago, so he's still on a probation period. But he already put the request in for the middle to the end of August to take about 9 days off so we can go on this small mini trip. Who's going to be on the trip? So far, Sarah, Piglet, Louie, and Sarah's boyfriend, Brian. We're all going to go, the four of us, and we're going to leave here. I'm going to flip the calendar page and give you a briefing. I will have the tour schedule go up sometime in July. I got to make it up in the times of all the places I'm going to be, but I'll give you a briefing on when we're going to be up and what places. All right. I intend to be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania at the Stroudsburg Railroad. Most likely we're going to take a train ride on that line. And the day is going to be, let's see, Sunday, August the 18th. That's going to be in Lancaster for the day and riding the Stroudsburg Railroad. Then we're going to be arriving that evening in New Jersey. We're going to be going near Fort Dix, near Great Adventure. We're going to arrive there on the evening of the 18th. Now, we're going to be in New Jersey for 5 days. I'm trying to think of what days we're going to do this. let's see. One day is going to be Six Flags Great Adventure because we already got tickets. We're going to go. We're going to go to Six Flags one day, and it's either going to be Monday or Tuesday, the 19th and 20th. Maybe Wednesday we might be doing Boundbrook, New Jersey, at the train station, New Jersey Transit, where the CSX line goes through, and I think Norfolk Southern or whatever line that is. Boundbrook, New Jersey Transit train station. We're going to be there, I believe, on the 21st, and from about maybe 1 to 3, and then we're going to go to North Elizabeth the same day. So the 21st of August looks like North Elizabeth, and that's from 4 until about 7, rush hour. Brian's never been to New York and New Jersey, so we're going to give him the full treatment of what it's like to be up there in the Northeast, in one of the biggest cities in the world. We are going to go to New York City for one day. We're going to ride the subway train, the PATH train, to the World Trade Center from Newark. We're going to park our car in Newark, and then take the PATH train over to the World Trade Center, and either walk from the World Trade Center to 42nd Street, which is a 2-mile walk, probably take a couple hours, which I'd like to do. I want to walk slowly and see the sights. So we're probably going to do that instead of taking the subway all the way up there. And then, hey, Brian, Vinny, I see you, Vinny. I'll be reading the comments in a minute because I'm going to go over. Hey, everybody, hold on to the comments. I can't read them. I'm telling you everything I'm going to do. Then I'll start asking questions. All right. So North Elizabeth that same day on the 21st of August for rush hour. One day we're going to go to New York, I believe Thursday. We're going to go to New York City to, oh yeah, that's what I told you. We're going to go to New York and take the PATH train over and walk to Times Square. We're going to ride the Beast speedboat down there at the riverfront. I think it's Pier 42. I'm not sure, but where the Circle Line is. And I met a couple of rail fans and fans there before. They came to meet us there. They didn't ride the boat, but just to let you guys know, hey, if you want to ride the boat, there's tickets left. Come on, take a boat ride with us. We're going to do a video on the boat. We always do. It's the Beast. And I believe that's going to be on Thursday, the 22nd of August. So we'll probably take the last boat ride. I like the last one. I think it's 6 or 7 o'clock because it's almost like a sunset ride. And it's cool because it races down the Hudson River at about 40 knots. So very fast, and it jumps the waves. They blast music on it. There's like 120 people on this small boat flying through the river. And it goes past the World Trade Center, and it goes to the Statue of Liberty and does donuts in the water. And it almost feels like the whole boat's going to capsize. And water guns and splashing. And then we go back to the pier near Times Square. So that's about a 30 to 35-minute boat ride, but it's thrilling. It's around $32, but you know what? It's worth the $32 to get cooled off and experience New York from the river quietly, and you get to see all the buildings and the people in the distance. It's really a beautiful ride. If you haven't been on it, it's called The Beast, and it's at the Circle Line. You can look it up, The Beast, New York City, and it gives you a calendar, times, dates, and then the prices. And we're going to be taking the Beast boat ride on Thursday, August the 22nd. I believe the last boat ride is either 6 or 7. Whatever time the last boat ride is, that's the one we're going to book tickets on. We're going to leave New Jersey on Friday morning, the 23rd, and we're going to go to Virginia. We're going to Williamsburg, Virginia, arriving, well, we're going to take the Cape May ferry, so we're going to be on probably the 1 o'clock ferry boat from Cape May to Delaware. And then we're driving to down through Cape Charles, over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and we're going to go to Williamsburg and stay there for 2 nights because we're going to go to Busch Gardens. Louis gets to go because he works for the company, and he's going to get me and Sarah in for free because he has family tickets. And Brian has got a season pass that goes to all the parks, so he gets in. We're all going to go to Busch Gardens and film and ride all the roller coasters there. Louis never been there. Sarah's never been there, but I've been there. I'm the only one that's been to this park. So it's going to be fun to ride different roller coasters, or they're going to ride different roller coasters, because I've been there many a times when I lived in Virginia like 20 years ago. I've been drinking a lot of water because I'm trying to lose this weight. And I have lost 10 pounds, but it's really hard to do this, especially when you can't have salads. I'm waiting to get my teeth, because I don't have the teeth. See? No more teeth. I had to have them pulled because of a gum disease, but it's all gone. I don't have no disease, but I also don't have no teeth, and I gotta chew food in the back, and I can't have nothing fatting because I can't crunch anything. I can't. I mean, I've been eating very little and drinking lots of water. In a week, they're going to look at them and make sure they're all healed, which I believe they are because I don't have no blood or stitches, so they're healed. And then they're going to fit me for dentures. Maybe in the future down the road I'll get permanent teeth, but I'm going to have, at least when I go on this trip to New Jersey in August, I'll have teeth in my mouth. So when I smile, I'll have a bright white smile. Thank God. And I can eat all the food I want. Hey, you know what? It'd be easy taking care of them anyway. Go to bed, take them out, clean them and leave them in a solution. Get up in the morning, just put them in. Don't have to brush your teeth because you don't have any. It's like, I think it'll be all right. It was not. I didn't have no pain. I don't understand why I did not have no pain, and they pulled like 16 teeth out of my mouth in an hour. Blood all day. I didn't have no pain. Well, the dentist said it could be from the oxycodone I take, because I take oxycodone for my back. And it's legal. I have a prescription. The doctor has to write it out to me, 4 pills a day. That's why I'm going on disability. I'm still going to keep my YouTube, but I'm not going to be doing YouTube like I used to. It's like every day or 5 times a day. It's going to be 1 or 2 videos a week, because what it is I want to be able, if I make too much money on YouTube, I can't get my disability. They won't allow disability with YouTube, and I can get my medical and I can take care of myself better. My health comes before all this. I'll keep my YouTube. I'll do Orange once in a while, maybe once a month. I'll do a train video once a week, at least once a week, and I'll be able to get my disability. It's going to take about another half a year before they approve me. If they don't, I get a lawyer, and he'll get it for me, because I got a lot of. I'm getting older. I got a lot of issues. I take a lot of pills. I'm a diabetic, high blood pressure, hypertension. I mean, I got a lot of issues and a lot of medication I take, and it's very hard for me to run around and do all this stuff like I used to. But I'm gonna make a final tour, and that's gonna be across the country. That's gonna be the one last biggest tour I take, and it's gonna be like the Millenniumforce retirement tour, and it won't be for a couple more years, but I'll let you guys know. We're all gonna go. We're gonna go through the whole country, and we're gonna probably take about a month or two, and we're gonna do the last hurrah. I'm gonna go to The Price is Right. Let's make a deal. Me and Louie are gonna get dressed up as Gilligan and Skipper on the show. We're gonna do a lot of crazy things, and it's gonna be my last one, because you know what? I'm almost 60 years old, so when you get this age, you don't know what you're gonna be able to do and don't do anymore. I mean, I can't go to the park and ride the roller coasters 10, 20 times in a row. After the third ride, I start getting nauseous, like seasick. I love roller coasters. It's just my body is starting to change, where I can only ride it maybe 3 times, and I got to take a break. I got to do something different. It's not like when you were young. So I got to look forward to stuff like that. And the walking the distance, I have to have special shoes so I don't get an ulcer back on my foot where I had a hole in it. On one of my tours, I could have lost my whole foot. I'm going to take care of myself before I do all that crazy stuff. But I will make a final retirement tour, but that's not going to be for maybe 2 to 3 years, when I'm like around 63. And that's going to be the big one. But I promise I'll keep YouTube going. And like I said, one train video a week if I can get it, and one stupid orange a month. Okay, I'll do that. The video that's going to be tonight. Oh, let me finish this up. After Busch Gardens, then we come home on August the Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. We're going to be at the park on a Saturday, the 24th of August, and then we come home on the 25th on a Sunday. Oh, and Ashland is on the way up. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we're going to stay in the Ruther Glen, which is about 10 miles north of Ashland, and that's on, I think, the 17th to the 18th. So we're going to try to do the Ashland train station in Virginia on August the 17th or the 18th. I'll have more details in a final tour announced here in about a month. You'll see the schedule. So let me go to, the sun is really bright. It's on a setting mode. Yeah, you can all see. It might be dark, but oh well. Yeah, the sun goes down in an hour and 13 minutes. Goes down to 8:28. Anyway, it's been hot as hell here. We're going to have a lot of rain. I told you guys about the tour, what I'm going to do. Tonight's video is the one we just did when we went to Folkestone. These are Louie's videos. Now, I have a camera and he's got a camera. I got the good one. He's got the one I've had 3 or 4 years ago. He films the trains with me, but what he does is I film on one side of the track, and he'll go on the other side of the track or down the road to the next railroad crossing and film that train while I'm filming it in a different spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a few of his videos and I'm going to play them first on my channel, because now we join. His Quacky Louie Adventures is really not going to go nowhere. So we're both on one channel together. And I'm going to air his videos first this weekend, next weekend, and maybe the next weekend it'll be done. Then I'm going to put my videos up. And you can tell the difference. I mean, of course, how I like to film the trains. I mean, I have a better standard of really focusing with the camera and, you know, panning out and all that. So my videos will follow after. So you'll get to see Louie's work tonight. I think there's like 4 trains, 3 or 4 trains tonight. And next week, I think there's one more video of his. Then the next one will be my videos. So it might be the same train, but it'll be in a different location. Like I said, he films it one side or down the road, and I film on the other side down the road. So let's see his videos first, and after the next couple of weeks, my videos will air. And this is from Waycross, Georgia, Folkestone, Georgia, and Callahan, Florida. You know, I mean, we chase the trains and everything and film them in different spots. Okay, let's see what some of your questions are. I'll start paying attention to the comments, and I'll give you all about 10 minutes because we do have a premiere tonight at 8 o'clock. So let's see what anybody has to say before I go here in about another, say, 15 minutes. Yes, Train Boy, I did. We filmed outside of Florida. We filmed in Folkestone and Waycross about a week and a half ago. Maybe on my big tour to South Carolina. I do go there for the Fury, Carowinds. Michigan, it'll be on my final farewell tour, my retirement tour. I'll put Michigan in there. It ain't gonna be for a couple more years yet. The CSX Heritage units, they're pretty cool, the different ones they got. I saw a Tampa one, but I really have to get out there and catch them. It's so hot, I can't go out in that heat. It's 100 degrees. I gotta wait till it cools down. I want to take the Amtrak, but we just don't have the funds right now. There's 4 of us. All right, Vinny, I see you north of Lisbon and Bound Brook, and maybe Lancaster. That'd be cool. I'll let you know, Vinny. I know I got your phone number. I'll call you, but I'm not going to put the tour schedule up till next month. So July, that will be the final announcement of the exact dates and times when we're going to be up there. Oh, and we're going to rail fan down the Jersey coastline, my railroad line. Everybody thinks, okay, why is it your railroad line? Because I worked the North Jersey coastline. I got to do things when I was a teenager that no other teenagers could do. Operate the locomotive. I was a conductor in conductor uniform at 15 years old, which was illegal, but the conductors didn't care back then. They dressed me up and gave me a ticket puncher and said, do what you want. I had fun. I was riding the back of the train where there was no people. I had the whole train car to myself. I was hanging out in the vestibule of the back car. I mean, I had a great life as a rail fan from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And all those years, they let me do everything on my own. So the Avon lady eventually will come out. I'm trying to get the costume to work on. I got to get a wig. No, I didn't get a chance to see CPKC on 2816. Oh, Vinny, you caught that C&J locomotive? My locomotive? That's the locomotive I operated when I was about 15 years old. I saw that baby come out all repainted. And I got pictures of it when it said New Jersey Transit 4109. I got pictures of it. I took pictures of it back in the day. It was old pictures too. I'm talking about in the 80s. I gotta post all this stuff yet. If you're talking about the road number, it's 4109. The locomotive is CNJ Liberty 4109. Orange is right here. Yes, he's gonna be coming. He said he's going to North Elizabeth and all the places. He's got to go with us. What is my favorite train to travel on? Like I said, the North Jersey coastline. I used to hop freight trains. I've hopped Tropicana, but that was in Jersey City many years ago. I got a video of me riding on a freight train. I'm going to post it soon. I'm trying to find where I put it. It's when the stupid orange and his other fruit were on the oil tank going by. And then a couple cars later, I'm hanging off the train. You know, like, wait for me. I'm on the train. I'm actually riding on the freight train crossing Tracy Road. And I jumped off when the camera wasn't seeing me. Yeah, I hop freight trains. I don't really post them. Yeah, the North Jersey coastline. I love that railroad. I used to walk the tracks from Bay Head to Little Silver Red Bank. I used to ride my bike from Point Pleasant Beach, where I lived, all the way to Newark. All right, it took 6 hours. I went to every train station. I even crossed the railroad bridges. I almost got in trouble on one bridge. The guy was yelling like hell at me because he's getting ready to raise it. And I was like, what bridge was that? Hold on, let me think. I think that was the Shark River Drawbridge in Belmar. He yelled at me because I was crossing over it as he was blowing the horn to raise it. Oh well, I went over the Navesink Bridge on a bicycle. Oh, the only railroad bridge I didn't cross was the South Amboy to Perth Amboy. They would have had my ass for that one. That was a big bridge. I couldn't cross that one. I know every signal on that railroad. I know every railroad crossing. I know every siding, every switch. The Bay Head Yard, I used to switch the tracks for the engineer so he could park the train in certain sidings. They had like 10 tracks in the yard. It was beautiful back then. I loved it. Then I became a conductor. When I turned 18, all the conductors had put me in a uniform and let me do what I wanted. Alan, you're 18. Go take a test. We're pretty sure you're a pass. So what did I do? I took the pass New Jersey Transit, and I got it. I got the job. I was a conductor. Only for 2 years. And all of a sudden, it was a mass layoff. People that didn't have seniority had to go. They had to do a lot of cutbacks. So I was one of them. I was a newbie, so I had 2 years. I had to go. After that, I became a roller coaster operator for Six Flags Great Adventure. I operated the Shockwave and the Great American Scream Machine. But my train days basically came to an end when I was 20. Oh well. It was fun though. From 13 to 20 for 7 years, it was like I owned the railroad. No other rail fan can ever top that. Because today, you'd get arrested in the engine or in one of the private cars or in the yard switching tracks when you're not supposed to be there. Back in the day, it was beautiful. The 70s and the 80s were the time to live, to be a rail fan. And back then, I didn't see many rail fans. Today, they're everywhere with cameras. Back then, it was nothing like that. I mean, I was on those trains every day from Bayhead to Newark to the Harrison Yard where they parked. And I took my lunch with me and I hung out in the train for 2 hours until it was ready to go back to Bayhead. And the conductor that kind of raised me on the railroad, I love him to death. I wish I knew if he was alive today. His name is Robert Lee, Bobby Lee. And I wish somebody could find out if he's alive or dead, or, if he's alive, where is he at? I really want to see him. I haven't seen him in 25 years, man. I miss him. He was like a second father to me. He was the father of the railroad to me. And I listened to him because I love trains so much. If I did something bad, he'd say, no trains for a month. No. When I was on the railroad, I was very good. I behaved, and he let me do what I wanted. So I had the whole train. I used to signal the engineer to go when the station was clear of passengers. I opened up and closed the vestibule doors inside and the stairs. Yeah, the memories are so there. I wish I could go back to them. But we're going to ride the trains back and forth from Bayhead to Long Branch, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're just going to get off in different stations, just hang out on different trains. I might get a pass for the day or a week and just ride the trains a whole day. Supersonic. Bobby Lee is a conductor on the North Jersey coastline 25, 30 years ago. He's the one that got me into being a conductor. He put me in a uniform as I was a kid. Even the people were like, you looks like you're too young to be working for the railroad, which I was, but they didn't know that. I passed it off. I had a key for the intercom. I announced the stations. I did everything. No, he has to be a Busch car. If Louis is working, he can't be here. He'll get fired. He has to be there all day. He's serving people at the restaurant. And they're testing that new roller coaster. No, Kyle, nobody can move in. It's just me and Louis because this is like a little place right here. And the landlord didn't even want Louis to live in here because it's too small. But I got him in here. Oh, the Amtrak Auto Train. You're going to see it tonight on the premiere video. Louis filmed it. I think it's tonight. And, and I filmed it, but I'm not going to show you mine until about another 2 or 3 weeks. We just filmed it when we were up in Folkestone and Callahan. Yeah, Bobby Lee gave me a conductor's hat too, and the badge on it said Conrail. Because back then, Conrail operated passenger trains in New Jersey. I got all the train schedules too from 1976. Every couple of years when they came out with a new train schedule on the North Jersey coastline, I'd grab a stack of them and I just put them in a box. So I got a whole bunch of train schedules from the 1976 when they took out the Brielle drawbridge and redid it, and they had to stop train services to Manasquan, Point Pleasant, and Bay after like a year. I got all the train schedules. I got all of them from the 80s when the electrification went to Matawan and Long Branch. I got all the old train schedules. I kept them. I got also brochures on the World Trade Center before the planes hit them. I used to go up on the top of my daughter, and I used to take a stack of them too. And I put them away. I've sold a couple of them for a couple $100 when the buildings came down. Yeah, Callie's been gone for over a year. Yeah, that Bobby Lee, that conductor. There's other conductors too on the North Jersey coastline. If anybody can come across any of these guys, if you live in New Jersey and you ride and rail fan the North Jersey coastline, listen to the names: Bobby Lee, Alan Jones, Alan Johnson, Ronald Preston, Michael McKenzie. Any of these train conductors you've heard of or know, I need to get in touch with them. It's been 25 years. I'm getting ready to go to New Jersey Transit in Newark, New Jersey, and go in there and say, hey, have any of these guys still living or working for your company, or did they retire? I need to find out if these guys are alive or what. Alan Jones, they used to call him Superman, A.C. Jones. He was a conductor. Alan Johnson was an engineer. I used to ride up in the engine with him. Ronald Preston, conductor. I know Tom Sheridan's dead. He passed away a while ago. He was a conductor. Yes, yes. Here, Arn, they want to see you again. Oh, he's so stupid! Millenniumforce, get your hands out my butt, would you? Oh, shut up. Ugh. When you say game, what do you mean by game? Game you play with on a table, or game on a TV show? I'll do both. Monopoly at home and The Price is Right on TV. Yes, Westicoa, you're right. Because when I got the job for the railroad, it was actually Conrail. I worked for Conrail. I'm sorry, it wasn't New Jersey Transit. I worked for Conrail. And when New Jersey Transit took over, that's when the mass layoff. So anybody who had only the seniority just a couple of years couldn't continue on. They had too many people. They were on a budget cut. And I got cut from the budget. Bastards. I could have, man, if I was on the railroad, I would have retired on it. I love the Bayhead, Long Branch, Newark Railroad. I love it. Know every inch of that damn railroad better than anybody else. I have a video on here riding the New Jersey Transit on the locomotive. That wasn't the locomotive, it was in the, what do you call that? The locomotive was pushing the train. I can't remember the name. It was in the passenger car where the engineer controls it in the car. I was up there with them. I had my big VHS camera, and I recorded going from Point Pleasant over to Manasquan, over the Brielle Bridge, Manasquan River. And you can hear him saying, Al, why don't you go further up? And I said, my friend's picking me up at Manasquan. You don't have a driver's license. And he goes, oh, boy, yeah, you better get off. You can hear him saying my name and everything, and I filmed it. It was back in the 80s. I think it was like 1983 is when I filmed that. Oh, boy, I can't wait to get back up to New Jersey. If it wasn't so expensive to live there, and if it wasn't so cold, I would love to live back in New Jersey. My mom and dad, my grandparents are all buried there. I mean, I do love New Jersey, but not to live in the winter. I would love to get a summer home up there and then come back to Florida for the winter. That'd be fine. I hate being in Florida this time of year. No, Freddie, I don't really. I really never got into video games on the computer. I have done it in the past, but that's going back 20 years ago. And when I got YouTube, I started running around doing stuff, and I really didn't have the time to sit down and play video games. Louis does, and it drives me nuts, but I let him do it. He goes on there for 2 hours, and an auto mechanic thing, putting cars together. I'm like, oh. I'm like, why don't you just put that up on YouTube? Do something like that. Do games on YouTube. Oh, the time capsule. You know what? Let me check on that. That must be that's in Point Pleasant Beach, in front of the hardware on Highway 35 and Arnold Avenue. I got to check that out. Yeah, that's going to be coming up soon. I'm going to have to take a special trip up there by myself for that. Because when they open that up, I want to be there. I mean, I lived in Point Pleasant Beach for 15 years. I'm going to have to check on that when I'm up in Point Pleasant, what the capsule says. Oh, God, it's been a long time since I've been on the first ride on the Amtrak train. And that was in New York and New Jersey and Newark. I mean, I liked it because of the speed, and it looks like you're on an aircraft, an airliner. They make you look like you're on an airplane, some of those Amtrak trains. I just want Brightline to get here. Brightline should be coming to Tampa. They need to start building it soon. You know, they're supposed to have it open for the year 2030, so they better hurry up. It's going to take 4 years to build that Brightline from Orlando to Tampa. Yeah, the premiere's in 23 minutes. I gotta get off here at least by 7:45. I'll be off here in about 8 minutes. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's still up there. Back in 2016. That's good for remembering that. But I don't think that's not going to air till, I believe, next year. It's still there. Guys, what he's talking about is I did a stupid funny video, and I put some things in it I talked about, and I uploaded it to YouTube in 2016. Okay, that's what, 8 years ago. And I set it for almost a 10-year in advance is when it's going to air. And YouTube took the date. You could put something that's 20 years from now. You put the date up, oh, I want it to air in the year 2034. And you might not be here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a legacy video. And I'm going to put it up for when I hit 75 years old, because I don't know what year I'm going to die. And when I get to be, say, 74 and I'm still alive, I'll advance up another year. Then I go to 76, I'll put it up another year. I don't want to be here when it airs. Because it's going to be, I'll tell you what, all the people that were problems in my life, it's going to be told. There's going to be a lot of crucifixions when that video comes out. I'll talk about all the good people, then I'll talk about all the bad people. I won't care because I won't be here when it airs. Hey, I want to make a legacy video. I want to think about that. Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday. Woo-hoo! See, my daughter I believe she turns 35. She was born in 1989. Yeah, she's 35 years old tomorrow. I got to call her like I always do. Damn, I got a 35-year-old daughter. Ooh. No grandkids yet. Just have one daughter, that's it. What's funny is my daughter's older than Louis by a year. I mean, my daughter was born in 1989 and Louis was born in 1990. So she's a year and a half older than Louis. Louis is 33 and a half. My daughter will be 35 tomorrow. I can't give that out. You have to wait. It's just some silly stuff. It's, I think, 15 minutes long. And it's just like, I talk to the camera. I'm like, okay, Alan Millenniumforce, if you're still watching it alive today, it's just some comedy stuff and some, to see how long it would have lasted if I were still alive today, would I be watching this video? I'm probably it's embarrassing. The day it airs, I don't even know if I want to be online when it airs. It's just embarrassing. Hey, I had my teeth back then. Oh my God. No, I don't play any games on the computer. This is the camera I use for, right there is what I use for rail fanning. That's what I use. It's got a 200 zoom lens. I gotta turn it off. But that's the camera I use. Louis uses this one. This is the one you're gonna see the premiere tonight on. This is the one. That's the one he films with. The battery's dead right now. Oh no, it ain't. It just turned on. But that's the one Louis films with. And then we got another one that's just like that, but it's a tiny one. And I use that for my, I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. I use this for when I ride roller coasters because they can't see it in my hand when I sneak on the ride with it. You're not supposed to take cameras on the roller coasters. But if they're attached to your body, you can. But I take this little one. Little tiny one. That's the one I take on theme parks with me. Fits right in my pocket. And when I ride the roller coasters, I'm like this. I hold it tight. Real tight. And I go like this. Ah! And then look forward to the roller coaster, go up and down the hill. And then go like this so I can film my friends next to me. And then I go like this to me, go, ah! That's the one I use on roller coasters. 3 different kinds of cameras. Small, medium, and large. Cheap, not so cheap, expensive. I have the expensive, good camera. And tripod. Oh, and by the way, when Orange does a new video, it'll probably be the end of this month because there's a lot of bad weather coming. We're going to have a lot of tropical rains, and I don't know if we're going to lose power. I mean, it's going to be really bad here the next week. He does have a new song, that one, this one's going to be, there's a sea cow in the ocean, swim like hell. I'm not going to tell you any more about it. You got to wait for the video to come out. He makes up all these stupid songs. He's going to eventually run out. And when I lose all this weight, I don't know how he's going to call me a sea cow. Really, because I'm planning to try to lose 75 to maybe 100 pounds. At least 75. I got to lose 75 pounds. I want to be in the 100s. I'm 270. I was almost 300. So I am losing it, but slowly. No, I don't travel to England. I will. I'll tell her, Freddie. I know, Vinny. It is hard to lose weight, but you got to do it while you're younger. You're younger than me. It's hard when you're older. So you better take care of it now. You're going to have a problem when you get older. Okay. Yeah, you are right. We got to really cut this off. The premiere's in 15 minutes, and I got to start dinner for me and Louie. He gets off in another hour and a half or so. No, I have. The only other country I've been to is Canada. I have not been to any other countries in my life but Canada. And Canada's been when I was a teenager. No, I already have baked potatoes in the oven, and I think I'm going to make cheeseburgers, baked potato, and corn on the cob. I don't mind you asking. I'm open. I'm very open. And yes, I'm 59 years old. I'll be 60 December the 15th. I'll be 60 years old. 10 days before Christmas. I was born December 15th, 1964. So I'll be 60 years old. I'm 59 and a half right now. And I don't mind. When you get older, you get more open with your life. You just don't care. As they would say, you don't give a, I'm not going to say it, but you know what I mean? You just don't care. You know what? Back when you're younger, you're like, oh, I don't want to tell nobody how old I am. But I don't care. If you got a question, go ahead and ask me. I don't care. Oh yeah, 60. That's what you think about. How many more years you got? Ugh. Let's say I pass away at 75. The average age for a male is 75. Could you imagine? I only have 15 years left. That's a messed up thing to think about. Death. Death is scary. I hate thinking about it. That's why I gotta do a legacy video. And my channel will live on. Louis will just take over it when I die. He'll just let it keep going for me. You'll be 16 on December 15th? Oh, cool. December 15th, there's a TV, a movie star that also shares our birthday, December 15th. Oh, I can't think of his name right now. His name is Don, but I can't remember his last name. I think it's Don Johnson. He was like in a Miami Vice show or something. Don Johnson. It is December the 15th. How does it feel when you're ready to be 60? It sucks. Arthritis. Sometimes it's hard to get out of the car. Mostly if I just I've been sitting home too much, so it's taking a toll on me. I got to get out and start moving around and get off my fat ass. Oh, sorry, the language, but at least I don't say the real bad ones. But anyway, like Dirty Grandma, whatever her name is. I haven't seen her in a long time. Yes, it is me when I was younger. That was when I was around 25 years old, and my daughter was about 1 year old then. I see the picture you're talking about. I had long hair. I was sitting on a bed in the bedroom, and my girlfriend, my daughter's mother, back then took the picture of me. I had a map in my hand, planning out a trip to Florida with her. So that's when I was 25 years old. The picture on tonight's thing is in front of one of my home addresses when I was a kid. Jersey City. It was 21 Madison Avenue, Jersey City, New Jersey. And that's a picture of me standing in front of the home we used to own. One of those brick homes that are connected to all the other ones. Looks like an apartment, but it isn't. I can't think what the townhouses, I think they're called. I'm not sure. But the lady that lived there actually let me come in and see the place. And I moved out when I was 10 years old, 9 years old. So you got to figure I moved out of there in 1974. And that's what, 50 years ago. And when I went inside, I started crying because I got to see everything when I was a little boy come back in my head. Seeing my mom, my dad, my grandmother all in that house together. I visualized it. It's been 50 years since I moved out of that home. And when I walked in, I got videos of me, and I didn't put it up yet, but I'm going to very soon. Videos of me going in and crying and seeing all that. I haven't got to put it up yet, but I will eventually put it up. I put up every place I used to live. I went to every home I used to live since I was a kid, my whole life. And only one place burnt down. That was a trailer in Virginia. That home is there, not there no more. But all my other places I used to live in order, I'm going to air that one day soon. No, I don't have a Mac. Your father's job was on Madison Avenue. What did he do? Because Madison Avenue was only 2 blocks long. Well, I can't figure out what kind of job he could have on Madison Avenue. I mean, you look up Google Maps, 21 Madison Avenue is the very first home I was born and raised in. Then I lived at 719 Grove Street, Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. They made it into $1 million house. It's worth $1 million today. I can't believe that what they did. They overturned it. It's beautiful now. I can't believe it. If I was still lived there, it'd be $1 million home. And that's 719 Grove Street, Point Pleasant Beach, 2 blocks from the New Jersey Transit train station. God, then we got 153 Village Drive in Barnegat. That's another address I lived at. All right, guys, I didn't realize I've been on here almost an hour, 51 minutes. Thank you for being here. I got to tell you a lot. I had a lot of energy tonight, so I was able to stay on this long. In about another month, I'm going to air the tour. The tour will be up and tell you my short tour. And tonight will be Louie's videos. Next week will be Louie's videos. And I believe after that, you'll get to see my videos when we were in Georgia about 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago. All right, guys, take care. I love you all. I can't wait to see some of you on my tour. And hopefully next time I do a live stream, Louie will be with me. All right, y'all take care. I've got to do some things before the premiere in 8 minutes. Take care, everybody. Yeah. Oh, he's so stupid. Shut up. Bye, everyone. I got to put him in the oven. I'm having baked oranges tonight. Yes, I am.